welcome back to a short little venture into Generations Ultimate because a 4 Souls game ran long. I know, try and contain your surprise.
That was my surprise noise.
And we are doing a horrible... Wait, did I post that? Oh yeah, you joined it.
Yes.
Shocking
It's
revelation.
horrible.
It's only high rank, but
Horrible.
still, it's a pretty nasty... Why are you wanting to do this? Does it unlock an art you want, or...?
Yes, it does.
Figured. Which one is it?
Lion's Maw 3.
Oh, I want that.
I have selected my item set with maximum amount of heals.
Okay, I guess we're going as 3. Oh.
Yep.
Once I remember the buttons to this particular game.
And now the suffering begins.
Where's my water? There it is. Oh no, it's 2 at a time as well.
So this will be great TM.
Yeah, like that guy from Dragon Ball. Great TN.
The great TN.
Yep. Have you been playing the Witcher up? Christ, that's a big roll. The Witcher update on the PS4?
I updated the game, but I didn't play it yet.
Are you
I
gonna...
don't know if I wanna. I might, because I'm cooling down on Warframe. I haven't really been playing that anymore.
What about Final Fantasy?
I'm capped for the week, done all my weekly stuff.
You could play Apex Legends.
Eh,
You played Fortnite. If you played Fortnite, you'll play anything.
true, but still.
Wait, you played Fortnite yet you never played PUBG, did you?
Nope, didn't play PUBG.
What was it about for... Oh, no, wait, Fortnite you were just trying to make some of your wasted money
Yes.
back, right? From the Save the World mode. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Correct. I was trying to regain some value and found only trash.
So are his ears inside out? That's fine. Although we have a phrase for that here. It's called sort your log.
So how is Chet enjoying this amazing battle music?
I can't hear it. Is it special music?
You're fighting a chasm.
There is music though, because we're in the arena.
Oh yeah.
Aha! Actually,
Well, how am I supposed to know? I my sound turned off.
dare you
So it
scream
doesn't
straight
bleed
away,
through.
penis monster. And if I remember rightly, the arena music in this one's pretty good. It's no Kent singing the Devil May Cry theme tune, but... It's pretty good. Well, not Kensei. Is that a Dragoon emote you have?
It looks like a dragoon.
It looks like an anime waifu Dragoon, but still.
It's almost as good as an Estinian emote.
What's Estinian?
The Final Fantasy 14 dragoon.
Oh yeah, him.
Yeah, that guy.
The name I keep forgetting. Yes, hello, sorry, I see you. I see the
Might
ball
at
as
some
well.
point be relevant again, but not yet. I think Cyber might be dead.
I was looking at my dog. Ah, that's not the block line.
My life bar in time. That didn't help. Of course, Kensei has many anime emotes. That's to be expected.
Were you at least gifted them? For the channels of which they belong? There. Also, it's not 2 at a time, so it's not bad, it's 1 at a time.
Unless we take too long and then the rest spawn in. They might be on a timer. Hit me with this extendable.
Maybe we should have done a warm-up hunt before immediately jumping into a 5-monster.
We can handle it.
Penis
Only
screaming
hitting
monster
monsters.
everywhere. Also, to be fair to chat, after the initial swap over people leaving, the viewership has stayed steady, which is very rare for Monster Hunter. Honestly, the effect is worse if I load up Kingdom Hearts 3 at this point.
You did threaten bodily harm, so...
Well, I said I'd send Tomberry to have a discussion.
Yes, of course.
It's because you shamed us. Oh, you're into that, are you? Actually, yeah, you seem like the sort. On the subject of shaming, Zeppel, how are you finding streaming? Because I saw on Twitter that you've been doing it.
Hey, that cancer.
I feel like the music should keep playing if Kezu dies. It's fun. Are you doing art streams or are you doing like gaming streams? You know what I mean when I say art.
One other one.
Wait, where did you read follow? Oh, there. I see. I got distracted by Kenzie's horrible orgy emote.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like that's a part of a bigger picture and some very nasty things are going on.
Probably involving tentacles. Because of course.
Of course. Also because of court as well.
Nice.
So if you're doing gaming, that means you're competition, so therefore you're an enemy now.
Of course. Ooh, the Gaia Cross.
Oh, it's a big one too. Well, he's always kind of big, but this does seem especially large.
Interrupted my charge. He's gonna zap me as well. Gonna wait time.
Fish ferment. Did not get it. Might get it on this. Actually, it might only be the tier 3 of that max, I don't remember. It's death balls.
Screaming.
Damn, still can't fish ferment. Or, I mean, I can, but I'm not getting it.
Come on for me, Eva.
There we go.
Got it.
He is also very spiky and covered with electricity, so I'm not sure it's the smartest choice.
You're thunderproof.
Oh, it landed weird, so it didn't do the animation. His chest.
It's gonna hurt.
Spit, spit, spit. Have you heard anything about how the Leshen in the Witcher's DLC is? Like, are they overpowered or?
I haven't heard anything. So it might be okay.
I worry that they're just going to be tacky in some fashion like Behemoth.
Although I think the normal Leshen is like solo only.
Oh, really?
And only the big one is multiplayer.
I do know that you get Igni as a mantle slot item. I think you might have to use it based on the trailer.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, from what I've seen, all the stuff looks really good. What's that mean?
Stunned it. I also don't really remember the Leshen from Witcher 3 either. I remember them being in it. I just don't remember fighting them.
Problem is I haven't played 3 yet. It's in my Steam library, but I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Well, there's your new game to play instead of Warframe.
Final Fantasy?
And that, yep. It'll fill the time until the expansion's out.
Might do that actually. Would be a good time for it.
Did you just upgrade your PC as well so it'll look extra pretty?
Yeah. Although that's been like a year already, I think.
When you're old, that is recent.
Although, it hasn't been that long. A year ago was like, was that the World PS4 release? That's when I bought the PS4. So, 6 months over from that.
Collision plays exactly like the game, it's A-OK, just has a couple of new moves. I can remember how it played in the game. Pretty sure I can remember the era in which you fight it, I just don't remember the fight. I did do it. It is DED.
Yeah.
So I didn't realise Sora was destroying her bed. Like that.
Well, as long as it's only the bed and not the toilet.
Yep. What are you doing? She knows not. She fits in the bed, yeah. She's grown, but she's not that big. That bed there would fit a full-sized, like, lab, for sure.
Probably.
Well, definitely.
Not a German Shepherd though.
I'm pretty sure, like, that Maya used that, and then prior to that it was my granddad's when he had dogs, and he only had purebloods. But yeah, bigger breeds, nah.
So what was next? Snap Doggo.
Hey. Shame we don't get to hear his music. Unless we do. Chaz, it's still just the normal.
It's gonna be the normal.
He does do sick flips. He's trying to skid down the hill there, full gameplay. He's liking those tail slaps. Oh, I see. Recently I found one of her long lost chew bones. And that's now what she's chosen to hide under her bed, so she's rolling around gnawing on that.
Ah, I see.
I can't remember where I found it now. I think it was tucked under a cage. And it was hoovering, and that's when I found it. Surprised he hasn't tried to power up again yet.
He will in a second.
Yeah, you've successfully removed the covers. I see that you've done that. That was a face break, I think.
Is it doing it again? Yep, it's going for it.
I'm doing the big heals.
But yeah, you have the barrel style.
Because I can immediately make another one.
It's powered up, so watch out.
Don't you dare. I'm doing barrel food. It's a war crime. Everybody should have regen for a little while now, I think. Bye, Roro.
Swipe, at least. It's down. Get lip.
It's this tail.
Seems agitated.
Oh, there it goes. There's a healy dealy on the floor. Doesn't heal nearly fast enough to warrant how long it takes to use. Although I have been sitting on it for a while. Sorry, cross about that. Hey Sora, Ince.
It's almost immediate.
The toy must die.
He's going for a little walk.
There's a shiny down there too.
Ow.
Yeah, you causing trouble. No, but he still had one more charge up.
Nope. Big roar.
Stop. He's fallen and he can't get up.
Get him. Kill him.
OCR. You had to go and spend time with two of your family having the same birthday and you missed 4 souls. That's dead.
Wow, Sora is going wild.
Mm-hmm. Also, you missed, we checked Edmund's Sora Plays website for the FAQ and they confirmed at the end of every player turn all dead players revive. So there'll be a lot more murder in the future. Is this what you wanted, Human? You made the noise. Are you not entertained? Brr, brr.
The real pain begins now because of what we have to fight next.
Rajang?
Mm-hmm.
For the big punch.
Yes, not looking forward to it.
You. Yeah, you. There. Oh, here he is. I still need to use my alchemy whetstone. Leave me alone.
He has spotted some of us.
Brrr.
Begins.
How do you fight Rajang again?
Hit his butt.
Oh, I was watching something on Netflix today and I noticed something weird about it, so that's the only reason it's noteworthy, because other than that it was fairly uninteresting.
And what did you watch?
It's a Netflix made series, one series of 10 episodes I think, called Sugar Rush. And it's a competitive cooking program in which 4 couples, they have to do like a special cupcake to the theme of the episode, then they have to do a special other dessert of some kind, and then if they make it through to the final round, the 2 surviving teams have to do like a super extravagant cake to the theme. Like one theme was like zombies and sci-fi and crap like that. The reason it's noteworthy is I noticed very early on that a lot of what the presenter was saying was ADR'd. And if anyone doesn't know what that means that it's additional dialogue is played over what was being said at the time. And it's very obvious that it's still him talking, but it's very clearly not in the moment. And that's not abnormal. What's abnormal is when they did it and how often they did it. So the way the program works as presented is that they get like a total of 3 hours in the first 2 rounds, and the time they have left is bonus time for how long they get to make the cake.
Yeah.
So it's in their best interest to go quickly in the first 2 rounds. Every mention of that fact is ADR'd until the second last episode. And
Maybe they didn't
they
have that concept to begin with, and
when
they ran out of time.
when they filmed it, they must have had a different rule set, or maybe it wasn't expressed clearly. So they ADR'd every mention of it, and I found that very interesting.
That is interesting, but the show itself isn't interesting, right? So
I mean, if you like cakes, they make some really, really nice looking cakes. And it's not as like, even though it's American, it's not as like in your face. It's kind of like as close to the British Bake Off as Americans were going to be able to get. Because there's no like shit talking each other and stuff like that. It's just couples with histories doing bakes. And what is weird is like from the second last episode, you can tell they're no longer ADRing it because they show him saying the words, but then they still ADR other mentions of it, and I'm not sure. It's a very bizarre thing.
maybe that presenter is just very bad at doing things live.
I guess, but they had like really. There's always a celebrity judge on, and one of them was terrible, and they left all her stuff in. It's like some little old lady who thinks dressing in lots of colours equals fashion. I have no idea who they were, but she could barely string a sentence together without making some kind of weird noise.
Oh, C-list celebrities.
Yeah, it's almost worth watching at least just a few episodes if you don't care about seeing nice looking desserts. Just listen for the audio change in the presenters. It happens for the two judges that stay on sometimes as well. Literally every mention.
Interesting. So they must have changed the rules halfway through.
Yeah. But if that's the case, how did they operate prior? Because they had to be working with some kind of variation that was similar. Like maybe they didn't think it was tense enough, so they... No, but they mentioned the bonus time and that isn't ADR'd.
Weird.
It makes me want to know more.
Okay. I'm out of life powders.
Check, could someone find like the wiki page for Sugar Rush, the Netflix program, and see if there's any mention of why they changed it? Because I am genuinely curious.
Is there gonna be a wiki for it?
Maybe. There's a wiki for everything.
Also true, yeah.
Because I thought I kind of noticed just like a couple of episodes in, because I wasn't paying much attention because I was painting the Necrons I was talking about. But then because I was listening, it made it more obvious the audio difference, rather than watching. And then I started paying more attention, and I was like, oh, anytime they mention that, the audio changes and they never show his face talking, it's always cutaways. That's how programs always cover up ADR.
That is interesting.
Yeah, in case anyone's curious, that's why there's always those long shots of contestants on reality programs just staring blankly. It's when the ADR in audio.
I wonder how the direction for that goes. Please stare gonelessly into space for the next 5 minutes.
We just need you to stare into middle distance. Don't feel any particular emotion though. Just stare. That fashion guru, as they called her, she was just wearing a very ugly dress that was lots of different colours. That doesn't strike me as fashionable.
Hashtag fashion.
When she insisted on making the presenter more fashionable, she just made him take off his tie, unbutton his shirt, and messed up his hair.
Nice.
It's like, yeah, that's not me then, maybe better. He looked better when he looked smart, honestly. Now he just looks like he's a streetwalker.
Maybe that's what little old ladies are into.
Well, she did do the splits when she was introduced, and then needed the presenter's help to stand back up. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Excellent.
Didn't need to see like a 70-year-old woman do the splits and then her legs shaking as she stood back up with the help of the presenter. You looked up the wiki, but it only listed the episodes. Damn. It's probably not noteworthy enough to have anyone look into it and ask questions.
No one cares about it.
No. So when I finish watching that, because it's not very long, it's suggesting to me cooking stuff now, so it's suggested to me like, it's season 9 of some long-running American program where it's celebrities doing it for charity. And I think it's called like America's Worst Cook or Worst Chef or something. It has like Z-list celebrities and they've just got to like learn to cook because they don't cook.
Ah, so what Hell's Kitchen was originally meant to be before they turned it into whatever the hell it is now. Because the first season of the UK Hell's Kitchen was like just celebrities learning to be a chef from Gordon.
Oh, was it? That sounds more interesting.
Yes. And then it turned into whatever the hell it is now.
Entertainment, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna give that a go. I recognise one of the, well, two of the people. It has Genie from the, what do you call it, that sitcom, the Genie. It may have, oh, Bewitched, that's the one. Wait, no, Bewitched was a witch. Which one was it? I Dream of Genie, was that the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it has her from that, and I recognised her. And then it has the guy who did the, what was it called? It's not Bowling for Soup, that's the punk rock band. Something Soup that was on Cartoon Network before and after Space Ghost. I recognised the presenter from that.
I have no idea that.
I don't remember his name either. I just know that like back when I watched Space Ghost and then I went and found all the episodes online because you can't buy them legally in Europe, annoyingly. They sometimes had the end and start of whatever was on the programme, and I remember that guy doing like cutaway pretend news shows.
I see.
Yes, I coughed. Get over it.
At least you didn't sneeze.
Yeah, she just looks at me if I cough, but she comes running if I sneeze. Why are you playing with the heaviest toys?
Yeah, who's doing the Charmed reboot?
There's a Charmed reboot?
Yes.
Why?
It's terrible. I mean, original Charmed wasn't very good to begin
Well,
with.
no. But
The
why?
reboot is worse. Just doing it.
Well, Isaac is here.
Yeah, never mind then. Just that you mentioned Bewitched reminded me of that. And I wanted to see where I could find said series, so I could bask in its awfulness.
I remember watching some episodes of Bewitched when I was young. My mother was very into MASH though, so I was mostly watching episodes of that.
My mother was really into Charmed for a while, until it turned out that everyone on the show is a terrible person.
Oh, that's reminded me, my mother is getting braver on Twitter, because I noticed the other day, it was after the stream yesterday actually, she was posting with a hashtag being like, oh yeah, I get to go to Glasgow to see the Greatest Showman show thing with Hugh Jackman, and then immediately after she did a tweet tagging Hugh Jackman, like adding him, saying, hey, I'm coming to get you in Glasgow, or she didn't say coming to get you, she said, I'm coming to see you in Glasgow. Get ready. So Hugh Jackman does not know what he has waiting for him.
That's cute.
Yeah, she's very into The Greatest Showman. Despite the actual person being a huckster and a slave owner, but, you know, I mentioned that to her and she didn't care because the songs are fun. P.T. Barnum, that's his name? Is that the name I'm thinking of?
Possibly.
Did he reply? I imagine if he would have replied, she probably would have texted me and told me.
She would have been bragging, probably.
Also, I don't think Hugh Jackman runs his own Twitter account. No, he might.
Obviously not.
He might. Does it post things not just about the things he's doing for a living? Because if so, it might be him.
Does it post memes?
Does it post memes?
Preferably ironic ones, because those are the best ones, obviously.
I don't know if it would come across as mean or not if I was to text my mother and ask if Hugh Jackman got back to her.
I don't know.
Doesn't need to reply, he could just have liked it. Doesn't really, like, converse with lots of celebrities, but she's been around them. She saw Mel Gibson when he was in Sterling promoting Braveheart. Not exactly not exactly one to boast about, and yes, from a long time ago. She's met J.K. Rowling and had a conversation with her. Thankfully, prior to her going insane on Twitter days. J.K. Rowling, that is, not my mother. Although, who knows, give her a year.
But yeah.
She used to be friends with a local radio DJ.
Hey, we did it.
Hooray, that took up half the time we've got.
Excellent. But we got progress, kind of.
Oh yeah, she might have heard of Flik's gaming stuff, yeah.
Possibly.
One of my favourite recent memories is me telling my mother how much I made during Overwatch's peak month. Never made that much again, but just her shock it's enough to stick in my head forever. Boy, I wish there was a take all button.
Yep, that would be handy.
Correct element +2 with 3 spaces.
You get any good
That
charms?
was a gold crown large to guy across, I thought so.
Yep, and there's Lion's Maw 3. Excellent.
You met Charles Mantonet once? The closest you got was living in the same area as Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever conversed or seen a celebrity. I mean, I saw the Queen, but, well, no. Anytime anyone says they saw the Queen, what they mean is they saw her car pass with the tinted windows in case of snipers. And some princess went past where I grew up. I don't remember. It wasn't Diana, I don't think. Don't remember now, but I do remember the car going past and us all waving and not being able to see anyone wave back because there's all tinted windows.
It makes the waving kind of pointless, doesn't it?
Yep, it does.
Okay, so what are we doing?
We are doing a Gorma Gala as part of cleanup of 6 star, I think that was.
Possibly.
I guess collaborating with Dodger counts. She's well known.
I guess, yeah.
I think
Maybe.
that's the closest I probably got.
We just quickly grab some mulberries. Might need them.
Famous in internet space, but not in real space.
Just waiting on Cyber now.
Yes, hello
Okay,
you.
let's
What
go.
do you want? You see her butt, chat, and that's because she's got 2 legs up on my knee. Hey, you're licking my throat. It's keeping my legs warm. What are you sniffing at? What? Yeah, that was her tail wagging. But she was pretending to be human by walking around on 2 feet.
I have found a thing.
You have indeed. Quite a big one, I think.
Medium-sized, I feel.
I'm going to put a bet in for big.
Maybe I'm thinking of the Chaos Gore that's throwing off my measurements.
Should have put the you like being poisoned by the STD skill, because we earned that last time we were playing, I think. maybe didn't collect it on camera, but I always talked to all the NPCs afterwards.
Same, but honestly I don't remember, it's been a while.
Well, that's because World updated with more stuff.
4 weeks?
No, we did the celebration event for 2 weeks. You almost got run over by the band Primus at a concert once. They were in a golf cart thingy and you were at the end of the food line. Now that's a good story. That is worth it.
That's something to tell the mates.
Yeah. Almost getting run over by Primus is worth it for the story to tell of it happening. Thank you, Plixion, for subbing with Twitch Prime for a total of 25 months. Supporting Sora's celebrity career.
Yeah, make one of those dog Twitters and get dog famous.
Honestly,
Dog
that's
has to become a meme.
it's about as legitimate as what I do now anyway. Do you want a Twitter account, Sora? If she was an outgoing dog like border collies are supposed to be, I'd strap a GoPro to her and post videos of our trips.
She's more a homebody.
Yes, because she's weird. I have a theory about why she's so weird.
Why?
Well, when I went to get her, I could only see the mother, and the reason given was because the father was working the fields because they're both working dogs.
Yes.
I put it to you that the farmer was lying, and the mother had a sexual affair with a fox that broke into her kennel. And Sora is half fox. Because she has the body type of a fox rather than a collie. She's skittish like a fox is.
I don't think foxes work that way.
No, this is her official backstory regardless. This is the
Alright,
lore.
The lore of Sora.
Yeah, because every other border collie I see is pretty pudgy if they don't work fields. They get very round. Even if they're energetic. But she's the only one who has that super kind of skinny body type. Sora furry backstory OC, please no steal.
Oh boy. Nope. You didn't need that one. Maybe that's just some kind of weird dog in her ancestry and it's kind of showing through with her. Not that
Maybe.
I'm calling your dog weird, sorry.
No,
I didn't
she-
mean it like that.
Peculiar is the nicer way to say it. She is very peculiar.
Yeah. Could say that.
So Sora should be that emote. Yeah, I've got enough Sora emotes. Yeah, we're talking
Never
about you
enough
still.
dog emotes.
Well, I would have her conveying various emotions, but then that sends the wrong idea about who runs the channel. In more than one way.
Yeah, true.
Also, it is slightly uncomfortable, but I know of at least one Twitch streamer who is a furry and whose persona is a border collie and has emotes as such, and that makes me slightly uncomfortable.
Oof. Big oof. Oh well. Such is life.
Yep. Sora. Do you want me to throw Snake? I'll throw Snake. I'm gonna catch Gore McGallo's STD if I do that, probably. This is Snake, if you haven't seen it. Cure the disease, damn it. I don't want to use an Olberry, I refuse.
Oh, here's your chance.
Come on, come on. How can that not be enough? Damn it!
It also
What?
depends on the amount of damage you do.
What's left of Snake? Oh, that is, I think it's meant to be like a... Yeah, raccoon, but it's had all the stuffing taken out of it. Then long before Sora, that used to be Maya's toy. I think Maya took the stuffing out of that one. But yeah, I can... Hang on. This... Or maybe it was meant to be like a weasel or something? I'm not sure. It's just skin now.
That's pretty grisly.
Yep. There's another one that she has, it's just a fox in the same state as well.
It's a murderer playing
does.
the skin of her victims.
It does look like roadkill, yes. This is why she loves slamming those toys around them. She doesn't get enough bloody exercise from walks.
That's a good hit.
It was. I think it might have been turning to limp there. Yep.
Yep, that's a limp.
Has she butchered Cheeky Monkey? I think I might have thrown Cheeky Monkey out because it was decimated. I don't remember. Where's Cheeky Monkey?
I think I remember that.
Yeah,
Although I'm not sure at this point.
I'm just thinking, have I seen it recently? I think it maybe
might
got
have
thrown out.
lost an arm or two.
I got my mother to sew one of her toys and it came back and it's lost an ear, one arm and a leg already, so I'll be getting thrown out. You played too rough. That wasn't a pun.
Are you sure?
Yes. She still hasn't quite gotten through Snake yet, and I do still have a backup one that she hasn't seen yet.
Got captured.
No!
Tried my best, but it got captured.
So during Isaac, or was it during us playing some Monster Hunter that I mentioned at the start of the year I was going to test changing my diet, like not eating any cheese and stuff?
I'm sure you've mentioned it, but
Yeah, I just don't remember if I was blathering in an Isaac episode or...
it might have been Isaac, but I'm not sure. Yes, Zappo, yes. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. He says yes to an or question.
Yes.
Very helpful.
Yeah, he's one from one of the weird European states. Countries, not states. Oh, the hell?
Hmm?
The hell was that? There was like a knocking sound. It's from the bloody updated Skype. Like, I haven't updated Skype in over a year, and then it popped up a couple of days ago saying, hey, if you don't update, we're uninstalling Skype and you never get it back again. Also, you can't sign in to get your details until you agree to get the update. I was like, okay, I guess I'll update then, and now it's got all these weird new noises that I don't recognize.
Yeah, I have a million vouchers, why am I not using them?
Thank you, Nightbringer755, for subbing with Twitch Prime for a total of 15 months. No message though. It was an Isaac run. Well, I made some subtle differences and it is making a difference. So I'm happy that I proved to myself that I do get a fairly okay amount of exercise. But I'm a little concerned about how much I lost. So I'm going to be mentioning it to my doctor in case there's some other reason.
Yeah. Quick weight loss is most of the time not a good thing.
Yes. But if it's at the same time as essentially going on a diet, or just changing your diet, it's not the same as going on a diet.
To restock my items.
Yeah, I know cheese is very bad for you, and that's why I forced myself to cut it out despite loving it.
Well, it can be okay in moderation, but that's hard with cheese.
Yes.
Because
Especially if you like
it.
it. Yeah, if it's really, really nice. As we definitely discussed all food being terrible on Monster Hunter, because I remember you being in the conversation. So that part we definitely discussed outside of Isaac. But cheese, I know. But I made an appointment with the doctor anyway to go see if there's other treatments for IBS, because I want something that removes the pain entirely rather than dulls it.
Yep, that would probably be good.
I did not eat. What are we fighting? Wait, I could have sworn I did.
I saw you sitting down at the table, so
Chet, did I eat? Well, I'm gonna go grab items to get my stamina up anyway.
This is high rank. The items aren't free
Oh, yeah, you're right. Never mind
I
then.
think.
I'll wait on my barrel to help me. Although the bad thing about healthcare being free is the earliest appointment I could get was the 21st.
That is a while.
Yep. It's the price you pay for it being free, but then at least everybody gets treated fairly.
True.
Rather than being able to skip the line because you have money.
Also true.
Well, I guess that's technically an option here as well. You can go private if you're willing to pay for immediate healthcare.
Yep, same here. It's always an option, but who has that kind of money?
Rich people. Oh, the queues for operations here are super long as well. This is just to see a GP. Say, hey, the medicine you gave me, also I need more, if nothing else, but it dulls the pain, but it doesn't take it away, and it's not really gone away. It's not... I mean, I've had days where it's been fine, but it's never been entirely gone since November. And I know it can sometimes last... Apparently it can last months, although I've never had it last that long before. Yeah, I know you can bring up and maybe get a cancellation appointment. It didn't seem super pressing because it hasn't gone worse or anything. It's just persistent.
Yeah. Oh, I got bobbled.
Spin to win. Do it again, no, it's not.
Trying to bite me.
It's lucky I was picking up a contact lens. Hello, Marley.
Contact lens, you say? No.
Yep, back over where. Yeah. Mine. I like positioning the camera that catches her head looking in the rest of the office because it always looks like she's watching the screen. For all the Kingdom Hearts cutscenes, it's especially good.
I mean, the screen keeps saying her name, so...
Yeah, well, she doesn't really respond to that weirdly. Because I kind of keep on looking to see if she hears other people saying her name.
Probably just responds to you saying her name.
She responds to my mother saying it as well. Maybe she just is really racist against dogs and cats. I mean, yeah, dogs and cats. No, I mean dogs and ducks, damn it.
Yeah, that. But then again, ducks are assholes, so it's fine.
Sure, not confusing them with geese.
Geese are also assholes. So are swans.
Oh yes, swans are very bad.
Yes, all fowl are foul.
Yes. Fine, Naura.
It's leaving.
Yep, off it's going to eat fish, no doubt. They have teeth inside of their bill. That's true.
Yep, it's eating fish. I have interrupted its meal. got slapped for it.
Oh, Chad, just to confirm, I used the $5 credit that Steam gave everybody for Chinese New Year to pay towards pre-ordering Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, whatever it's called.
Yep. Samurai Souls.
Yes, just to confirm, I am indeed going to play it. Try it anyway. If I hate it, whatever. I'm willing to
Gonna
give
get
it away.
refunded. If you hate it.
If I hate it within 2 hours, yes. £30? No, hell no. It was like £50, but I got £5 off it. And I wasn't going to use it to buy anything else in the Steam store during the Chinese sale, so I got a email saying like, hey, you've still got £5 credit. You should probably spend that because it goes away today. It's like, okay, fine. What do I need? Oh, I'll be playing that. Let's just pre-order that. I hope it's better Neo. That is what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, it might just be worse than Neo though.
It might be worse, Neo. I'm hoping for better. Didn't you just eat fish?
It got interrupted.
Consume fish. Sora, consume fish.
Don't think she understands.
She just defaults to attacking the snake. No, she just understands nothing. Does human want snake killed? No, I was just saying hello. Snake killed?
I can do that. Kill snake.
It's right here. I can just break its neck and throw it around for you. It's really no trouble. I enjoy it. It's already dead. She doesn't know that.
I think she might be a snake hunter though.
As long as they're quiet. I will throw snake for you. As Windows 10 says hello. I am planning on trying Ghost of Tsushima as well, yes.
I thought Ghost of Tsushima looked more interesting than Sekiro.
I would agree with that. But it's also further away. There is nothing of interest on the bounty board. It hasn't been for a little while now. Do I want to stream a Hana Super Bowl spot for the Super Bowl that ended last weekend? No, thank you. Do I want to stream the Grand Tour game for an hour? Hell no.
Nope.
Oh. Oh, was that nope? I thought you went oop.
Nope, that was a nope.
I mean, I think there probably are some other bounties, it's just I don't see the good ones because of viewership. Oh, I have been seeing all the Grand Tour ads as well, and I despise them. I always mute and tab away. And for that awful looking movie with the anime real person who just looks awful because you'd never make anime people real because they don't look good. They look horrible.
What movie is that?
It's a single name, Alita. I don't know. Oh, it is Alita. Yeah. No, Anita. Alita or Anita, one of the two. It's just imagine an anime girl, gigantic eyes, bug face, except they're human, but they're a robot that kicks ass because women power.
That sounds horrifying.
It looks
terrible.
like...
Might be interesting.
I don't know who's making it, but it looks like... I don't know, Spielberg running out of ideas. So he's just gonna do, like, Ready Player One, but it's a lady robot.
Oh.
We have time for one more hunt. Let's do a... yeah, sure, that's fine. Just, this is why, like... you should never make realistic looking anime people, because anime, if it looked real, is horrifying. It looks awful. It's horrible to look at because it's human enough to appear human, but off enough to make it difficult to look at.
It triggers the uncanny valley effect.
Yes, which apparently people had from Rogue One, but I thought the CG Grand Moff Tarkin and Carrie Fisher looked good.
Maybe it's more obvious on the big screen.
Oh yeah, maybe. What are we fighting again? Oh yeah, Rathfull's Rathian. One will be in the open area and one in the woods maybe.
One's gonna be like in the caves, like 11 or 9.
Enemy girl skulls are shaped like little green men alien skulls. Yes, that is the problem. Oh, so that's a big Rathian.
So you found it then?
I found the Rathian, yes. It's to fit in all the tiers.
They do that weird thing where it's like forms an M out of tears.
Ew.
You know what I mean?
No. Oh wait, when it's kind of like all rolling down Isaac style, but it's wavy, so it looks like an M. Is that what you mean?
No, when it goes like an arch to the right of the head, that's tears, an arch to the left of the head, that's tears.
Right. So it's when like an emoji appears. Is that what you're meaning?
Yes.
Right. Okay, I'm with you now.
Kind of. Maybe.
But either way, it just I can't pay attention to anything else. One with a horrible looking protagonist that's just, oh, it's a robot that's going to learn to love and probably get hurt at one point, and we're meant to feel for a robot, and I just can't.
So Jobits then.
Sure. Or I was going to say iRobot, that's not what I mean. Wall-E. Like, I don't give a shit about robots, they don't feel anything. If they feel something, it's because they were programmed to do so and have no concept of the thing they're feeling.
I'm still kind of pissed about that iRobot adaptation because the book was so much better. And the movie almost had nothing to do with the book.
Well, that means you can keep the two separate though, so that's good. I'll add your name on the list, Flik. To people who die when the robots take over, or...?
You're gonna be replaced with a sim.
Oh. I don't think Zeppo has control over that. If that really is still...
Zeppo is a sim?
Have we established that that's still Zeppo? Maybe at some point he was replaced. He has been playing the Fallout games. How do you feel about the Fallout franchise? Do you think Fallout 76 is a brave new direction to take a successful series? We'll get him. We'll catch him. Ow. I got slapped by a stump.
I mean, that all depends if he has the nerd cred subroutine installed or not. Oh, look who's here. This is gonna be
the late husband. I don't mean he's here tardy, I mean he's gonna die.
Poisoned. Carry antidotes on this.
But that reminds me of that crazy old-fashioned lady from that cooking program. She said a word that I didn't think was acceptable on television anymore these days.
Did it get bleeped?
No. That's how I know what she said. I will spell it. S-P-A-S-T-I-C. I don't think that was allowed to be said anymore. And she said it. About a food in a positive sense. Because when I was a kid, that's what kids called each other if they were trying to say they were dumb. Yeah, it's... Yes, that word.
Ah, that. I see. I mean, if you use it to refer to another person, I don't think that's okay, but... I think might be a difference between America and Great Britain there.
Possibly, yeah. It might just have different meanings. It's a bad word here. Or was, anyway. That's, again, I just remember it from my childhood being used in a negative sense. Never in a positive sense. And she was using it as positive sense to describe a cupcake. Well, I know what the literal meaning is, but that's not how it's used, or how it was used when I was a kid. Shane Tetsuo says, I want you to hit me. It might be a British thing, it might be a Scottish thing, I don't know. It's just... I've never heard an American use the word, either.
I'm just gonna confirm this kill over here.
Oh, I thought the Rathian was dead.
She is now.
I wasn't paying attention.
Well, not dead, but, you know, out of the game.
It's the same for you in Yorkshire? Right, so it wasn't just a Scottish thing then. But it does seem to be a Britishism then. I don't think the kids today use it anyway, either way.
Yeah, they've got the cool Fortnite words.
Which does beg the question, like, of all the smart things Apex Legends did, why oh why did they put text-to-speech and speech-to-text in the game and on by default?
Don't know.
It shows a surprising amount of naivete.
That's just asking to have someone like extremely toxic.
Oh, I read numerous threads about it. Turn it off immediately, don't play with randoms because you know the first thing they're going to make it say.
Yep.
You have your own little heated gaming moment.
Yep. Not gonna cross that bridge.
Aha, that was a good job. Oh, how dare you stop barrel foo, that's a war crime.
Poisoned me.
Almost done. It's the last time. It's almost done as well. So it's doubly true.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess it's not a word in America then.
Well, now I want to know how she knew it. And how she knew it as a positive and not a negative.
She might just be a weird old lady.
Well, she is absolutely weird, yes. I guess eccentric would be the fairer way to say it, but she doesn't look like somebody I could stand to be around. And so I was watching a 40k battle report on one of the many channels that do 40k battle reports. And the guest was a very, very cheerful, but just very over the top, like constantly breaking into song or making up stories about why the units hate each other. And I was wondering as I was watching it, I was like, I really hate this person. I'm curious how many people in the comments for this battle report agree with me. And there was a mix of people who were saying, oh, he's so cheerful, please invite him on again. And other people were saying, this is too much, please never invite this person on again.
I probably won't be able to stand that.
It's one of those Marmite personalities. Because I mean, he seemed like a perfectly nice person, incidentally. It's nothing to do with him being a bad person, it's just too much. I would not be able to be friends with someone like that. But he was very into his hobby, at least.
Yep. That's something at least.
Oh right, I already had one of those. Whoops. She is a weird old lady. Yep, she is. She definitely seemed a little bit senile. As I say, she struggled to string any sentences together. She mostly just broke into noises.
Okay.
Like the guest always describes what they want the cake theme to be for the last round of each episode, and I'm pretty sure almost verbatim her words were, "We want this cake to be, we want it to be, and and then the host just repeated what she said, and there was a mention of a dress.
What kind of theme is that?
They made them look like dresses.
Ah, okay.
Because fashion. The theme of the entire episode was fashion, but yeah, there was no specifics on the cake thing because they were just noises.
That doesn't sound senile to me, that sounds like weird fashion people to me.
Oh, you mean like the type of people who say you should be agile in the workplace even though it means nothing?
Yes. Oh, he's going hunting.
Zara. Blah. Got your nose, what are you going to do? You're just kind of staring at me. Blah. I see, we're almost done.
He has far and over. Let's make sure he never gets up again.
Good idea. Too late, he stood up. So he could just fall over again.
Yes.
I take back that it was oh whoops, I'm on the dung pile. I take back that it was a big Rathian, but I think the Rathalos was a little big.
Yeah, he might be on the larger side.
Try and make Sora look at the camera by tapping it. Tap, tap, tap. You're looking at me. Good night, Evil Vice President. Yeah, that is going to have to be the last hunt because we're after stop time.
Yep, by 5 minutes.
Yeah. I want Sora to be visible when I say those things I say when I end the episode because I want to see if you can all see her react to it. She has to kind of be, wait, look this way. So for those watching after the fact on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed, and ta-ta for now. She was tilting her head the whole time. For every,
Yep.
She knows the whole blurb.